Konnichiwa minasan. Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel. Friends, this is a place where we talk about Japan and Japanese. We talk about higher studies in Japan. We talk about immigration and jobs in Japan and anything related to Japan. Today we are going to touch upon a very important topic as far as higher studies in Japan is concerned. This is about Kosen. Kosen, you might have come across this word which is very popular, which uh, indicates diploma courses in Japan. There are 55 national colleges of technology that offer this Kosen course. So we will look into what is Kosen, what who should be studying there, what is the duration, and what are the different tracks of scholarship. So we know about MEXT scholarship. So are there any non-MEXT scholarships as well for COSEN? So all that we will explore in this video. What is COSEN? Let's get started from the root word COSEN. So as you can see, this is the Japanese version of COSEN, which is a Kosen is nothing but a short or an abbreviation for Koto Senmon Gakko. Koto Senmon Gakko. Koto means higher or advanced. Senmon means specialized or technical or specialization. Gakko means school. So Koto Senmon Gakko literally means higher specialized school or advanced technical school. In everyday use, people abbreviate it to Kosen, which directly translates to something like technical college or college of technology. These schools, that is Kosen, are designed to train students, usually starting after junior high school, that means after class 10, in specialized technical fields like engineering, computer science, robotics, etc., combining high school and early college education in a 5-year program. Now there are several aspects and several insights into this, which we will see in the upcoming slides. Colleges of Technology or COSEN are higher education institutions that offer a comprehensive 5-year program, 5.5 for mercantile marine studies for junior high school graduates. As a general rule, international students start from the third year of the College of Technologies program, skipping the first and second years. Now, this is in fact the most important thing to be understood. So the entire program is 5-year program. Considering you are a class 10 graduate, that means you have to study 5 years after class 10. But studying 5 years in Japan for an international student will be a very costly affair. So the another provision is that the student, the international student, complete class 12, that is grade 12 in his home country, and after that apply for this COSEN program. In that case, he doesn't have to study 5-year course for COSEN, but the last 3 years. That means the first 2 years is accommodated in his class 11 and class 12 studies. That means either you do class 10 plus 5 years of COSEN, or you do class 12 plus 3 years of COSEN. There are 51 national colleges of technology, each one called a National Institute of Technology or NIT. That means this COSEN is basically comprised of 51 national colleges of technology. In Japan also they call it NIT, just like India. And there are altogether 55 college campuses in Japan covering these 51 NITs. And in addition to this, there are also local public and private colleges of technology. Furthermore, there are also private colleges of technology where you can enroll from the first year onwards. So this is the basic structure of COSEN. Now, what are the degrees that you will get upon completion of a COSEN course? So the regular course is 5 years, as I said, that starts after junior high, or 3 years if you start after senior high, that means after class 12. So both of these will provide you an associate degree in engineering. Associate degree in engineering means this is not a full degree in engineering. That means it is not the Bachelor of Engineering, but it is kind of or you can say it is equivalent to diploma that we get in South Asian countries. I know about India, there is diploma, which is basically 3 years of studies after the class 12 exam. So mm, in Japan, they do not call it diploma, they call it associate degree in engineering, or just associate degree if it is a non-engineering field. And then there is another provision, just like India, you can perform an additional 2 years after the regular Kosen course of 5 years or 3 years. You can do additional 2 years and then get a Bachelor of Engineering degree. So that is called Kosen Advanced course. That means after the completion of the regular course, you will have to take an advanced course spanning over 2 years, and after the completion of that you will get Bachelor of Engineering. So to summarize, class 10 plus 5 years of Kosen will yield you associate degree in engineering. Class 12 plus 3 years of Kosen regular course will yield you associate degree in engineering, and Kosen regular course plus 2 years of Kosen advanced course will yield you a Bachelor of Engineering. So it will be either 5 years of total study of Kosen or 7 years of total study of Kosen, which can give you a Bachelor of Engineering degree. That means an undergraduate degree. So this is what you will get after completion of your studies. Application process. Application process. MEXT embassy recommendation track with full scholarship from the government of Japan. Follow the instructions given on the Embassy of Japan website of your respective home country. And the application period is April, May, June. So you know it very well, the embassy track. So I am not going into the embassy track application process for Kosen at this point of time, because we will have a separate series of videos when it is time to apply in next year. So for 2026, the next embassy recommendation application window is closed now. So the next available window is April 2027, for which you will apply in April 2026. So at that time, we will provide you all the information about that. So this is the next embassy recommendation track with full scholarship from the Japanese government. And the other track is a direct track. That is, you have to apply directly to the National Institutes of Technologies, that is the Kosen colleges, and you can be either privately financed, or you can also apply a full or a partial private scholarship through that institute mostly. And independent application for scholarship for Kosen is very rare, but again it depends and it varies from discipline to discipline and college to college. So to take this direct track, you have to follow instructions given on the website of Kosen, National Institute of Technology. So this is the URL. We will take a tour of this, sorry. And by visiting this section for prospective students on this website, read out the application and admission guidelines for that particular NIT and apply online to the institute of your choice by clicking web application. So what this means, so let's take a look. And once we are done with that, we will take a look at the entrance examination, some scholarships, and some the non-MEXT scholarships also we will take a look. But before that, let's visit this website of NIT Kosen. So this is the URL, https://www.kosen.k.go.jp/en/. So as you can see here, Kosen about National Institute of Technology. So you can go through each of these pages and you can explore yourself, you can read. So you will get enormous amount of details, and it will be very clear what Kosen is and what it is all about and what are the prospects, what it is doing and what are their vision, mission, and so on. But for the sake of this video, I will go to this section for prospective students. So there are several sections for current students and parents, for graduates, for companies and general public, but we are interested in this part for prospective students because we want to understand how to apply. So let's click here. So for prospective students, if you come down, so brochure for junior high school students, technical college guide, choosing a technical college. So this will give you some kind of reference of how to choose from among those 51 colleges of technology. So these are the news items that they have published recently. So exam info. So we will have a slide on this, who needs to take the exam and what it is all about. So this is the one I was talking about, web application. So this is the online application where you can apply. And um I was thinking where to get the list of the colleges. So here you can see introduction to the College of Technology system, guide to colleges of technology, choosing colleges of technology, engineers recommendation, what is a technical college like, profile book of female college students, life of a technical college student. So these are some interesting topics that they have published here. And what I am more interested in is to find out which are the list of the colleges which can provide you, which you can browse through. So for prospective students, for current students, about the National Institute of Technology, disclosure. So let's go to this web application. Let's go to this web application and see what information it has. So I remember having seen the list of URLs of each of the technological institutes. Here it is. Here we go. So this is the one that I was talking about. So web application section, this is the most important online application, as you can see here. The National Institute of Technology will conduct applications via the internet for all technical colleges, that is all Kosen colleges, during the 8 regular course entrance selection, recommendation selection and academic ability test to be conducted during 7. The application sites for each technical college are as follows. The application acceptance period differs depending on the technical college. So the schedule is, click here. So if you click here, you will get the schedule. But before we go into that, see here the school name, that is the name of the NIT and the application URL. So every college has a different application URL. That means if you want to apply in multiple colleges, you have to submit multiple applications and the URLs are given here. So as you can see here, Hakodate National College of Technology, Tomakomai National College of Technology, Kushiro NIT, Asahikawa NIT, Hachinohe NIT, Ichinoseki, Sendai, Akita, Tsuruoka, Fukushima, Ibaraki, Oyama, Gunma, Kisarazu, Tokyo, Nagaoka, and so on. There are 51, all of them. And you can visit any of these. Just let's click one. It's taking to another site, and this is the application form. So it is expected that you understand Japanese because Japanese knowledge will be given preference, but if you are unable to read Japanese, then you can translate this page through any translator. For example, I can click here to translate the page, and here you go. So it gives the English version of that. So you can follow the steps, you can create your login, and you can submit the application for a particular Kosen college. So that is one thing. And I was talking about the schedule. So click here. Let's see what schedule they have given. So here it's again in Japanese. So Japanese to English. So you have to select text from here, See, the first one is Hakodate National College of Technology. This is Hakodate Kosen. This is the picture of this is the kanji of Kosen that we saw on our first slide of the presentation, Hakodate. Now, these are several information that is provided. So if you are unable to read Japanese, you can just copy paste here and just you can read. Similarly, this is the second one. So see, you don't have to even copy paste. If you select here, it will automatically come. Tomakomai College of Technology. Now select this one. What it says, Hokkaido Multiple Technical Colleges Application System for Multiple School Preference. So here in this is the overall schedule for all the 51 colleges of technology, and when they are taking students, what are their application deadlines. Everything has been mentioned here. So you have to take time and go through this. If you cannot read Japanese, you can just get each of these items translated and you will have a clear picture about all the 51 Kosen colleges, and you can select depending on what are the courses they are providing and what is your subject. In that way you can select. So this is an overall idea about how to apply online. Now we will move back to our presentation. Okay, so let's go back to the presentation. So we were here. The next slide is entrance examination. The National Institute of Technology, or Kosen, bases admission judgments on comprehensive evaluations of the following items. This is from the 2022. Application documents, examination for Japanese university admission for international students, or popularly known as EJU test. Then TOEFL score, IELTS or TOEIC L&R score if that English proficiency is required, and performance during the interview, which is conducted online. So you might be thinking that why there is no test of Japanese, or the JLPT is not mentioned here. This is because in the EJU itself, there is a paper of Japanese. EJU includes the Japanese test. So that's why they have not mentioned JLPT separately. But you don't have to appear for EJU if you are taking the MEXT embassy recommendation route. So only for privately financed students, or only if you are applying directly to one of the Kosen colleges, then only you have to take the EJU test separately. The student does not need to take EJU if they are applying to a Kosen College of Technology through the MEXT embassy recommendation route. Now scholarships. MEXT embassy recommended students get a full scholarship that covers everything from tuition to living to airfare. Students applying not through MEXT need to finance their tuition, living and airfare by themselves. However, there are several other ways to get financial assistance. It varies from NIT to NIT, that is, it varies from one Kosen college to another, from field to field, that is discipline to discipline, and it also depends on the qualifications, performance, and economic status of each applicant. So there are several factors on which the decision of giving financial assistance to a privately financed student depends. So now we will focus on robotics, because there different branches, different disciplines can have different types of scholarships. Some may or may not be applicable. So we cannot go over all the branches in a single video. But since one of our subscribers requested to provide information about non-MEXT scholarships for robotics for Kosen course. So I did some research and found out some scholarship options or some financial assistance options for studying robotics in any of the Kosen colleges. So let's take a look at what all non-MEXT scholarships available for robotics for Kosen. The first one is the Ushio Foundation Scholarship. It's a public interest foundation listed among the National Institute of Technology Kosen scholarships. It covers majors broadly including technical fields, supports students enthusiastic about research, committed to their studies, good academic performance, and need financial help. So this is written in inverted commas, that means this text is directly from the Kosen website. Robotics is almost always under those technical engineering fields. So this found scholarship is covering robotics as well. But it is not specific to only robotics. Also, only one international student among the recipients in the version that I saw was mentioned that only one student will get this scholarship. Duration and amount may depend on the department. Need to verify for robotics major at your particular Kosen, that is your particular NIT where you are applying. You need to check with the institute whether this scholarship will be applicable to you or not. The second is the Amano Institute of Technology Scholarship, one of the National Institute of Technology unique scholarships founded via Amano Industrial Technology Research Institute. It's given to the fifth year students and requires high academic standing and financial need. Robotics majors in Kosen are typically in mechanical, information, electrical, electronics departments, which likely qualify for this scholarship. And to reiterate, only for fifth year students. This scholarship is meant only for the fifth year students of the Kosen course. That means if you are starting from the class after class 12, then in the last year you will get this scholarship. And only those Kosen National Colleges of Technology. Also the stipend amount and whether it is enough to fully support robotics related costs like robotics labs, parts, etc. It needs further checking. The third is the scholarships via National Institute of Technology Scholarship Program or COSEN program. These are collective scholarships offered by foundations, corporations via the COSEN Technical College Network. Many include departments like information, electronics, electrical, etc. Robotics likely falls under them. Also, grants support for research or projects might sometimes be included. Robotics specific might require you to show deep interest or past work in robotics or mechatronics. Something like a project or technical club involvement helps. Also, eligibility, years, grades matters. Fourth is the Honjo International Scholarship Foundation, scholarship for high school and COSEN students. Honjo is a foundation that supports Kosen students with financial difficulty, helps with study at Kosen. Though the description doesn't explicitly restrict to robotics or technology, it supports students at Kosen generally. The scholarship amount is 50,000 Japanese yen per month, but the target is first year Kosen students or high school students aiming at public university or advanced course in Kosen. For robotics majors after first year or for later years, might need to check if they accept. Also, strong grades or GPA needed to get this scholarship. Number fifth is the Mirai Sozo Kosen Entrepreneurship Scholarship, Tokyo Tech, scholarship for Kosen students who will transfer to a bachelor's degree funded by the Mirai Creation Organization. Since robotics often involves engineering projects and possibly entrepreneurship or applied skills, this might be relevant if you plan to transfer or do projects. It is targeted at Kosen students transferring. It is pre-admission or transfer oriented. It may not help if you are staying within the Kosen Diploma Associate path. Also, the amount is modest, 4 yen, probably a typo. It is likely 40,000 or something similar. Check the official page. So what you can do for each of these scholarships that I am mentioning, you can dig deeper by going into the Google or any other search engine and just try to get more information about those. Number six is the National Institute of Technology Unique Scholarships Grant Type. The broader scholarship category via the COSEN system, these include offerings from private companies, foundations, etc. Some are likely robotics friendly if you are in an electronics or information department. It is not always robotics specific. You may need to make your case, show robotics project work, or have a high ranking in the class. Eligibility and internal quotas, school nominations apply. So basically, to summarize all of these six types of non-MEXT scholarships, these scholarships are very, very few in numbers and very, very competitive because of that reason. So you have to be super intelligent and you have to prove your eligibility for these scholarships through the things that I have just told you. So you have to work upon those and you have to make yourself eligible for that. So tips to increase chances or find more robotic specific ones. Here are what you can do to find better or more specific scholarships for robotics and improve your chances. Number one, explore your Kosen internal grants or competition funds. That is robotics labs. Student robotics clubs often have small grants or sponsorships or internal robotics project awards, maybe from companies sponsoring robotics. Number two, look at robotics or engineering companies' foundations. Companies that work in robotics, automation, AI, mechatronics in Japan often have CSR, that is corporate social responsibility funds or technical scholarship funds. For example, companies like FANUC, Yaskawa, Mitsubishi Electric, Omron, Panasonic, Kawasaki Heavy Industries, etc. Some of these may have programs but may not be heavily advertised for Kosen specifically. So contact their foundation or student support offices to ask more information. Number three, search for foundations that support robotics competitions or projects. Sometimes foundations sponsor robotics competitions, makers fairs, hackathons. Participants or winners might get scholarships or grants. Number four, use engineering, control systems, mechatronics, embedded systems as keywords. When you search in the scholarship databases, robotics fits under those tags. Number five, talk to professors, labs doing robotics in your COSEN. They often know about small private scholarships, especially tied to their labs, sometimes through industry partnerships as well. Number six, watch announcements via your school bulletin or student support office. Many private or corporate scholarships are announced locally. Number seven, check private scholarships for overseas students in robotics or AI outside Japan too. Sometimes international robotics foundations or regional STEM funds might support study in Japan. So in a nutshell, what I can say that if you are a privately financed student and applying not via the MEXT channel, then you have to pay at least the first year fees. And once you are there in Japan and have started the studies, then through your excellent performance, you can get, if not full, but some kind of scholarship through all the options that I have just mentioned for robotics. So this was only basically for robotics and some other engineering in general, but for this is in general for everyone that you have to show excellent performance after doing the first year or so, so that the institute or the professor recommends you for these private grants and scholarships, some assistantships available there. So this is the only way by which you can get some kind of financial assistance for doing Kosen diploma course from Japan. So friends, that's all for now. I hope this video has been somewhat useful for you, especially those who are thinking to apply for the Kosen course, that is diploma or the associate degree of engineering as they call it. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to write an email to me at saraljapani@gmail.com. Till we meet again, thank you very much for watching. Arigato gozaimasu. Mata imasho.